India created history at Tokyo Olympics 2020. 7 medals, 1 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze. The notable fact is that all winning athletes are from Tier 2 or Tier 3 cities or remote areas of the country, winning over lack of facilities and proper amenities. A journey of hard work and perseverance. Gold medalist Neeraj Chopra had to travel 15 kilometers from home to access a proper stadium, the Panipat Shivaji Stadium. For silver medalist Mirabai Chanu, she had no access to proper sport diets and took lifts in loading trucks to reach her training center 25 kilometers away from home. In India, sports still remains supplementary to academics, considered a hobby but not a livelihood option, with a handful of sports schools and training grounds located only at major cities. Rural talent are left with not much choice. Still, it's their passion that has now reached historical milestones. Various collectives of sport lovers have paved way for their counterparts to achieve these feats. One such foundation is Jungle Cruise, located in northern part of Kolkata. It reaches out to communities in remote areas, train and support kids at grassroots levels, and help athletes to participate in national and international tournaments.
It basically had the idea to go to the underserved communities and developing the sport. Eventually, we found out that there were kids dropping out of the school after a certain age, facing difficulties in their families. Parents were not able to support, not studying, but again, you're continuing with the sport. So they love the sport. In order to support the children, we sort of started, education scholarship as a motivator to go back to school, play the sport.
As of now, it provides 130 scholarships across Kolkata, Bangalore and Jharkhand and assists further in securing scholarships at sports schools. It also provides employment opportunities through internships at sporting companies like Decathlon and even enterprise development program for players who want to start own business, developing a support system for budding sports stars. It also takes special measures to empower women in sports.
We face a lot of difficulties with girls' participation, but family not support the child to go out, wear shorts, get hurt. So that was very challenging. Our coaches, our community leaders keep chatting with the families. They keep a constant touch with children who play the sport. It's all about motivation and family involved a bit as well, so that they understand what is happening, what is not, and make them understand about the positive side of the sport.
And now they have incredible women national and international players, breaking the gender barriers and stereotyping in villages. Another major challenge faced by them is the sports they promote, rugby. Indians unfortunately live in a sports bubble with cricket and football being prioritized, which restricts players from exploring new sports, fearing the scope ahead and dearth of opportunities. Even in Tokyo Olympics 2020, amongst the 46 sport events, India participated only in 18 sport disciplines. Apparently, it's the highest ever representation of the country. Amidst the uproar, nobody even noticed the first ever entry of India in horse riding and fencing. Fame and accolades are now being showered on medalists. But the actual need is to nurture at grassroots levels, to motivate and support the passion for sports, irrespective of any barrier, with freedom to explore any sport, to build a promising future for all budding sport champions.